So welcome back everyone. This is my third project of my portfolio. I've posted first and second one, so this is the third one. This is on distribution of healthcare facilities in Nigeria. Now, as I normally do, I use API for my data gathering, but this time around I used something different, which is web scraping. Okay, yeah, this web scraping, I use it so that I will test many things. So that's the main reason. I just use the web scraping to test my skills in different aspects. So this on data gathering or data collection, whichever one. Then I used two libraries requests. I normally use it to get URLs. Then this is for web scraping, Beautiful Soup. It's a Python library for web scraping, BS4. So I will not be running this code. I normally do that on my data gathering or collection. The reason is sometimes running the code could take a lot of time, and this is web scraping. Like most sites doesn't allow web scraping, but this site does not put any restriction on that. So, but I don't want to abuse that, and keep on, because for me to run it, I'll run it like consecutively, which can actually affect the traffic on their site, and that could also, break down their site or something else. So I will just be, going through all the process I went through, to get the data I got. Then I also keep the code on my GitHub, so you can also go there and check it out and also try it yourself. So, okay, let me explain what is going on here. Yeah, I first of all got the URL, which is this now. I've opened it here. This is the URL. So this is how the table looks like. Okay, let me scroll down. Looks like this 1 2 3. So I first of all selected Abia. So I did for me all the whole states from top to down, all of them. So I first of all selected the first one. Then I set it to 500 here. So I'll get the max amount of results per page. That's why it's just 3 pages. I'll set it to 500. Now this is where I script my data. Actually, this place, this is where I script my data. These are my column names. This is where I got my data actually. I know you'll be thinking I could have gotten it here, but what is here is actually in this view. Okay, let me give you an example now. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah, Word. We have Word here. Okay, let me check it out on the view. In the view, we also had Word. As you can see here, we also have states too, which is here. So instead of focusing my scraping on this table that gives me little amount of information, it will be best I target these buttons and then get everything inside this button except this. Just get all these ones and use these ones as my column names, and their value as my row names, as my rows or records. So that's what I basically did on this code. I got the URL, as a use request to get the URL. Then I use Beautiful Soup to scrape out the text, pass the HTML, paste out the text, and I targeted the button. It has to say find all buttons with this. Now how I got that is that I just inspect the HTML. Yes. I inspected the HTML. Oh, it should take a little time, but not that long. I inspected the HTML, and this is the class here. BTN success, BTN SM. So if I check it, it's also the same. So it targeted those buttons, and they are the same throughout the page. Like if you check it out, they are the same throughout the page. Look at it, just green buttons. And normally this green signifies success or something like that. So that's what I did. I targeted them, and I created an empty data frame, or empty list for me to store them. Over here I'm using a for loop to loop through this to put everything I have to everything I'm trying to get. I'm pasting it here. Now what I did here was this place, replace. I replaced the data, because when I was scraping data the first time, there was all this. Wait, let me just show you what I mean. All these states, local government was having data word, data this, data. So Since I don't need that, I just remove it with the additional hyphen. Then I also remove class. There was also a one of them called class here. I can't really identify it here, but when I was scraping it was just added, so I don't know where that was coming from. It looks like it was the class of the word button, so I don't really need that. That's why I removed it too. So I appended those things to the list which I got here. So what this thing is just looping through. The first one it gets, he append it to the words to the list, which is this. It goes again, second one to this what done, and when it was done, it was printed out this like I instructed it to do. Then if it's not done, it's to print out this with the status code. But actually, all of them was done. So I did it for Abia for the first time, second time. That is the 3 pages. Yeah, sorry, for the 3 pages I did for Abia. I went for Adama, which is the next one. I did also done. Akwa Ibom for all the whole states. Let me scroll down this. So all of them, because all of them are just same codes but different, states. So at the end of the day, I checked the length of the length of the list. I was getting 36,000 plus. So this is actually a good amount of data for me to do my analysis on. It's a huge amount of data and I love it. So I imported pandas for me to handle placing it in a data frame. So I just passed into a data frame just very easy like that, because when I was actually when I was getting them, they were in how will I put it, they were in form of a dictionary. So passing it directly as a data frame, pandas already know what to do. You already know that these are the words, columns, and other words are the rows. So it automatically turns it to a data frame. Understand? Because it's just a list of dictionaries, and there's no need for any additional formatting. You just turn it. So I have to save it. So this is the end of the data gathering. This web scraping is not actually complex. It's just very simple because the HTML structure is just very simple to scrape out. There's no additional text. I mean, there was an additional text. I could have used regex, but there's actually no need for that. So it's just simple text, and that's all. So thank you all, and goodbye.